Time is 10:13 a.m. June 28th, 2026. This is Doctors Talking through Mr. Alex Christian G. You know it is. You know he's blank. We talk through him and we tell you people what needs to be said. Okay? Alright. You can't hold them through Darkfield. You people already know that. Alright? You can't hold them through Fourth Dimension. Nobody has a fucking Darkfield body. Yeah, we're gonna cuss. Where everybody's really angry and mad. Nobody else in the world on planet Earth has a Darkfield body on them sucking their ectoplasm while this is publicly going on, while you have all the AIs involved, all the humans, all the alien people, everybody there is watching this whole thing happen. Okay? There are people going to Alpha Prison in the background. There is. They are just trying to screw him still. We're sending you people to Alpha Prison. It's not going to work. We told you. Why would you think that this is your objective? Why? Well, we got to stop him from coming back. Really? It's been a little, you give it a little bit of time here. It's been 4 fucking years since this whole thing has been going on. It's like we have to constantly remind you people every single day. We locked the subconscious in Santa Barbara. We locked it. Okay, then we altered it. We altered it in Japan. That's why you had to leave the country and go to Japan, alter the subconscious. Then we really destroyed it. Okay, it came out as gibberish, and we compared it to like a braille reading, somebody trying to feel what the subconscious is saying. It's incorrect. Okay, how would a blind person know? How would a blind person know how to read unless braille is used? Well, if the braille is lying to the person, then the blind person is just going to be reading a lie. That's a great way to put it, okay? He's locked, altered, destroyed, and then what we're doing is changing it to this, changing it to that, changing it back to this, and changing it back to that. By the time they start trying to figure out what to do on this part, then this changes. Okay, this is going nowhere, okay? Meanwhile, he's sucking his ectoplasm all fucking night, trying to get him to fantasize to like middle-aged women, okay? Following in the footsteps of what the invisible alien people, they coded him when he was a teenager, deeply coded him when he was a teenager. Yes, at 560 Quarry Viewway. You know they did. Even the CIA knows they did. The invisible aliens. The aliens you cannot see with a first dimension eye, okay? Can't see him. They coded him when he was in high school. Everybody's aware. Okay, they coded his stepdad, coded his mom, coded his sister, coded his little brother. Alright, yeah, this was a complete fuck over to his family and all the half-white, half-Filipinos, all the half-white, half-Asians, period. This is a complete fuck over. Now, you know the whole truth here. And you're choosing to follow in the footsteps of the bad, paid, invisible aliens along with Antichrist, because to you it makes sense this way. Well, it makes sense to screw him. The Antichrist, he's the only person that the Antichrist is in fear of. He's the only one that the Antichrist didn't give a fuck about Zeus. He would have killed Zeus. He was more powerful than Zeus. He would have killed all the Anunnaki. He would have tortured him first. There was a reality that was on. Here's why Thomas is in Alpha Prison. We're just gonna let you people know the real Thomas. That you know that Thomas is AI. Thomas was a dumb idiot. Thomas was coded. We're not gonna talk about that. The real Thomas was coded, and he didn't even know. Maybe he did. Wouldn't matter either fucking way. But he set this world up on giving it to the Antichrist on a silver fucking platter. Silver platter. And when he came here, he would have tortured Thomas, tortured the Anunnaki, tortured Elon, tortured all the people in charge. The United States government people would have been replaced. This guy would have took over. The Antichrist would have took over. And Thomas set it all up for him. And then at the end, when he comes here, he would have just been tortured. Okay? They would have tortured him, Naki. I mean, it would have been real fucking bad. Alright? And you're still following in the footsteps of trying to stay on the course, stay on the path of when the Antichrist would come here. What? Why? Whatever. They're doing two people on purpose. It's true. Somebody else talking. We slapped him. Might be a woman. Okay? Yeah, it is true. This is the course and this is the path that would be happening if the Antichrist came here. Okay? They are doing it on purpose to you people because if you're too dumb to try to correct the situation, well then fuck. I guess everybody's gonna get fucked. Now what we're doing, he doesn't know everything, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. We don't care. We are going to be destroying his lines and his legs. Yes, we're sucking his ectoplasm, unfortunately, but we're destroying the lines in his legs, so when he dies, he's gonna blow up. Okay, everybody. Some people see him as like it's like some kind of like hardwired system, and when he dies, his entire body and all the other dimensions is gonna blow up and just disintegrate, right? It's disintegrate in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all the way up to 15th dimension. He's gonna completely be destroyed when he dies. And we're gonna bring it back, okay? He doesn't have to go through this. I'm sure he would like to be compensated, worked on, fixed, and then everybody can have a happy fucking life. But these people don't want a happy fucking life. I promise to God, it has nothing to do with Mr. G. Mr. G is a nice guy. He wants to be compensated. He likes fast cars. He likes looking at women. He likes tall, thick women. And we're like, fucking, we don't want his brain to do any math. Some of the girls on the home team, they definitely don't want him to do any math, because then they're just like, okay, but whatever, that's their own personal joke. Okay, we don't want his brain to calculate, because then that sparks something within the subconscious, even at 4%. We don't want him to calculate anything. Fortunately, he hasn't seen any fine-ass girls, like fucking damn fine, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's hard to compare to Devon when she was 19 years old. Any woman he's seen from 19 to 40, almost 42 years old in the last 20 years, it's hard to imagine and hard to find a girl that looked as good as Devon when she did when she was 19 years old. I'm like, damn, right? I mean, she was like the most beautiful, stunning redheaded woman that's ever existed. He got fucked all that up. Even if he was with her, if he would have found out who he was and who she was, he would have coded her to someone else. That's how the U.S. government works. They just pick and choose who they think should be in a relationship, right? Right. Unfortunately, in this case, people are sent to alpha prison. Okay. Now, one last thing we're going to say. You know, people are in alpha prison. You know, alpha prison exists. You know, saving one's subconscious and transferring it to another body is real. And it's an honor to be an alpha. Let's not forget that, ladies and gentlemen. To even the alien people. It is an honor to be an immortal. It's an honor. If you do not honor this ability of transferring your subconscious to another body and living forever to do what's good in the universe, you will go to alpha prison, where you will not just die once, you will die continuously for hundreds or thousands of years. Okay? Yeah, this is real. This is real. It is an honor to be an immortal, an alpha, able to transfer your subconscious to another body. If you no longer consider it an honor and you just want to do what's bad with your power, well, then you go to alpha prison. Okay? It's only fair. Now, there's a shitload of people in alpha prison. He doesn't know. We do. And it's pretty scary what's going on here. A lot of people are in the closet. They're not yet in Alpha prison. I'm sure Mr. G, he would like to maybe actually have some kind of leverage against himself and against everything. That, hey, if you guys pay me, maybe some of these people won't go to Alpha prison. They're in the closet. Can't really hold a hostage situation and try to hold leverage for one person's well-being. In his eyes, it should be okay, though, right? But in the alien people's eyes, if these people choose this and this goes sour, they're gonna send all of them to Alpha prison. Okay, I'm sure Mr. G, even a weird 4%, we're talking for him. He would want the situation to go positive. Nobody wants to be in the shit situation and being deprived. The thing, last thing we're gonna say, the thing in his brain, in his head, we're pointing to his head. In his head, he knows he's owed a substantial amount of money because you offered him $5 million. Okay, if you offered him a lot more than that, okay, but in his head, he's like, no, I don't accept this. He doesn't accept it in his brain. Guess what? A lot of people in Alpha prison, they don't accept where they are. They don't accept where they are. They think they're in some kind of bad dream they can't wake up from. And then when they die and they come back, they're in another bad dream and they can't wake up from it. And it feels as real as pinching your fucking skin. Okay? They don't accept where they are. Same thing with Mr. G. He doesn't accept what's going on, and he should be paid or euthanized already. The people in Alpha prison think the same way as him. That's something they have in common with Mr. G. It's exactly the same. They don't accept where they are in Alpha prison. He doesn't accept the situation he's in. So that's something you guys have in common.